Hello guys and welcome back to a new video. On today's video we're talking about the new update 10.6. First to start I want to say thank you to Guidas Blitz. I will put the link of this site on description, so I want to say thank you again. He make a wonderful job. It's not easy guys to make this job, so if you want to go to visit the site, it's really cool. You can support him, so will be so really appreciated from your part. So yes, let's talking about the update 10.6. How you can see here, we have new updates. Will be I think in February. Next month will be this update. It's everything going good. So we have a lot of nerf and buffs. So let's see first the buff guys, because I think the buff are more interesting for you. So let's see what change we have. So how you can see here, we have the first tank. We have TL7120, so we'll get a little bit of buff. So this is the Tier 9 from America. I will show you the tank. So here we have the TL. This is the tank. What he gets some buff. He gets some buff on HP and some buff on mobility. So how you can see here, this is the tank. It's Tier 9. It's collectible tank. So we'll get some great buff. So the second one, what gets some buff, it's the E75. It's a great tank, Tier 9 from Germany. So it's really great. I like this tank. So we'll get buff on HP. How you can see here, get 100 more HP from 2200 to 2300. Reload time buffet. So we'll have a little bit less reloading. So less than 1 second. We have 22 and 2040. Yeah, we have 40 millisecond on reloading. And how you can see here, we have more DPM. So the DPM will increase a little bit. And dispersion nerf and maximum view range will be a little bit nerfed from 282 to 276. So will be a little bit nerfed the max view range. So this is the tongue guys. Let's see the tongue. Yeah, this is the A75. It's a great tank. I love it. I played it's Tier 9 from Germany. So this tank will be a little bit more HP, little bit more TPM, and little bit less view range. But it's a heavy, so I think it's not a problem if the view range will be a little bit low. It's because the heavies need to go face to face, so don't need to hide or to see the enemy if they are really close. So yeah, this tank I love it, I enjoy it, and will be a little bit better on this update. So let's go the next tank. Here we have the Kampfpanzer. How you can see here, they have more gun depression, so no nerf, so will be only the buff. How you can see here, more gun depression. So here we have 6 degrees to 7, so will be better. And how you can see here, a little bit it's better because you have more gun depression, and when you're playing on here something like this, you have a little bit more gun depression. So we have Kampfpanzer 17. So this is a Kampfpanzer guys. Yeah, we'll have a little bit on gun depression, so it's not a lot, but that low, it's good. So how you can see here, down 6 will be 7, so a little bit of buff. The next one, how you can see here, the Leopard PTA. This is same Tier 9 guys, will have a lot of buff. So they change a lot of stuff here. So let's see, they have buff, they have nerfed. So I don't know what happening with this Leopard PTA. Maybe it's start to crying, I don't know. Let's see the specs, what they will change here. So we see the engineer horsepower will be more horsepower, so will be a little bit more faster. How you can see here, the acceleration will be better, and the maximum view range from 302 to 307 meters. Yeah, will be will be more view range, but how you can see here the nerf are a lot, so I think the PTA start to crying. We see the reload increase a little bit. The DPM is nerfed from 3K200 to 3K87. The penetration of AP, the penetration of it will be decreased too, so they'll go a little bit down. Here we have the terrain, so when he go on the water, so will be little bit more slower, so yeah, effective. So this PTA get a lot of nerf and buff. I think get more nerf than buff, because we have buff only 3 and nerf we have a lot of stuff. So let's see this Leopard PTA. Yes, here we have the Leopard, guys. I don't play it a lot this tank because I don't like it, so yeah, I just buying. I have it on my garage, but I don't play it a lot. I think I'll try after that buff and nerfs to see what is going on with these tanks. So this is the Leopard PTA. So the next one is Object 752. How you can see here the HP buffet from 2000 to 2050. It's not a lot, 15 HP. A little bit nerfed on magazine reload. It's not a lot, it's like less than 20 millisecond from 1675 to 1693, so it's not a lot. And here we have a little bit of DPM, because if magazine reload get nerfed, the DPM get nerfed too, so it's slow. It's I think it's small changes, we don't see a lot of difference. So here we have the Object 752. It's a great tank. I love it. I play it. He have 2 shells, so he have a magazine with 2 shells, so I love it. This tank, it's a still great tank, so we'll have a little bit buff on HP and a little nerf on magazine reload and DPM, but they are really small changes. The next one is Object 452K. I can see this tank, I don't like it too much. So here we have a little bit of dispersion buffet and maximum view range nerfed. So 2 small things on buffet on dispersion and nerfed on max view range, so will be a little bit less the view range, but it's yeah, it's really small, so I think the difference you can't see that, because they are really small things. So here we have the Object. How I say it first, they will have little change, so they are really small change, so I think it's not a lot visible this change. So this is the Object 452K. Here we go with Centurion MK 70.1. so how you can see the turret's traverse speed will be a little bit better. And for both the 8 and hash gun, how you can see here, the penetration will be a little bit nerfed. We have from 2055 millimeters to 245, so there will be 10 millimeters less penetration. So yeah, how you can see head and hash gun little bit nerfed, and how you can see estimate time aim increase a little bit. So this is the Centurion 7.1. have some nerf, but it's not a lot. They are really small, so yeah, I don't play a lot this tank, but I think I don't play it. It's a good tank, but I don't play. There are some tanks I don't play because I don't have a lot of time, but they are still great tanks. So this tank is Centurion, get a little nerf, a little bit of buff, but I see the change are really small. Next one we have Vickers Chrysler reload time buffed. We see here 1 millisecond from 7 second 33 to 6 7 32, so we have 1 second less. The DPM is buffed too, because if we go down with the second of reload, we have more DPM. So how you can see here, the DPM, it's really good. Increase for 400, yeah, like 400 less, 400, 300, 393, so 393 of DPM is really great. It's a lot. And the HP buffet from 1500 to 1515. I think the Vickers get a nice buff because less reload and more DPM. So here you have the Vickers. How you can see, yes, I play it, I love it. So this guy will be better and better. There will have more reloading, so now we have 7 second 33. After that we have 6 second, and how you can see the DPM, it's really great. So I think these Vickers will make a great job because yeah, I play it, I love it, I enjoy it. So I think now it's better and better. So this is the change of Vickers. The next one we have the FAV 2014, so Conqueror, the not the Super Conqueror, is the Conqueror from Tech 3. So how you can see here, have some reloading time buffet, so they'll have less than 1 second. The DPM increase a lot, and how you can see here, a little bit of speed. Yes, why? Because this tank, I don't play it a lot. Now I show you the tank. So this is the Conqueror. He get some buff. Why I don't play it a lot? Because when I start to grinding, guys, how you can see here, he have the first engineer, the stock engineer is level 5. So I don't know why Wargaming put a level 5 on tire 9. I don't know if a mistake or something going wrong there, but with the stock engineer is slow, and I don't play it a lot. I play it a lot on gravity because it was so slow to grind XP. And how you can see here, I don't finishing yet to buying the 9, but I just buying the 10. And yeah, I don't play it a lot because it was so slow, but now he gets some buff from of mobility on the gun too, so I think will be more enjoyable now, and I'll playing a little bit more to see if they make a great job, or if they need to make some changes more. So here we have the Type 68. We have the tire 9 of it's a heavy of Japan Alliance Tech 3. So we see alpha damage buffet on both guns. We have top guns of the last gun have more TPM. How you can see here, the Ultra Vis and Traverse, and will be a little bit more faster, more DPM, and we see the alpha damage. So we'll get a little bit on alpha top damage when you see AP from 400 to 420, from the gold from 314 to 316, and the HE, the last one, how you can see, from 515 to 513 on both guns. So will be a little bit more better. And how you can see here, the top 4 speed nerfed from 14 to 37. So yeah, will be a little bit slowest, but will be more DPM, and the alpha will be a little bit increase. So here we have the Type 68. I don't play it a lot. I play Type 671. I researching, I don't play it, but yeah, I know I find in battle, so it's a great tank. So now the alpha will be better and will be little bit slower. So here we go with VZ114. How you can see here, the reload time buffet. Have less time for reloading. The DPM of course go a little bit up because you have less reloading. The power of engine, it's better now, have more force power, and the acceleration rate buffet a little bit. How you can see here, nerfed a little bit on penetration, but it's not a lot because we see 254 to 252, so it's smallest, and the at the same, only 2%, so it's really low, but we go better with reloading, DPM, and with more mobility. So here we have the VZ114. Yeah, I love this tank. It's a collectible tank, so get a little bit of buffet. The nerf, it's really low, only on penetration, so it's like nothing, because it's really small. So this is the VZ. I was saying more mobility, more it's more faster, and it's a great tank. Here we have the Char Futur 4. How you can see here, we have the adaptive concealment mechanics. So will be when he's staying will be better the spot. Let's see. You can't see really great. So will be more better. And maximum view range. How you can see here, a little bit buff on maximum view range. Will be a little bit more the weight increase from 27 tons to 30 tons, so will be better weight. Acceleration nerfed, so be a little bit change on this Char Futur. Let's see it. Here we have the Char Futur, so we'll have will be more white. So small changes, so they are not really important. So this is the Char Futur, and yeah, it's a medium collectible from French line. So this is Char Futur. How you can see here, we go to Foch again. How you know the Foch? This is the tire line from TD, from French line. The Foch tire line will be buffed last time, and now we see again a little bit of buff. How you can see here, a little bit low time to reloading. The DPM it's a little bit better, and hull traveling speed so will be a little bit more faster. And on NERF, how you can see here, the IP from 918 to 915, so will be buffed on reloading and nerfed on the velocity of the shell, because they are really fast. So how you can see here, the change are visible because they are 13, here 114, so and here only 13. So the velocity of the shell, they are really change a lot. So here we have the tire 9 Foch. I don't play it a lot because first was I don't like it a lot, and yeah, he get 2 times buff, and I think I'll start to play now because he have a great gun, and the DPM it's great now, have a great mobility, so I'll start to play this Foch tire 9. We have the Skoda T50. How you can see here, the intra-clip reloading get a little bit of buffet from 2 second and 15 to 2 second and 14. The dispersion buffet a little bit, and the aiming time will be a little bit decreased. DPM, so the DPM it's nerfed. How you can see here, make a little bit less than the DPM. Magazine reload, because this is the problem, because when you go high with reload you have less DPM, so they increase the reloading magazine time, and in automatic the DPM get nerfed. How you can see here, the reverse speed, so when he go on back from 20 to 17, and the whole armor, real armor get from 40 millimeters to 13 millimeters. This is the Skoda T50. Yeah, he get a little bit nerf on turret here, so with H will be hurts you. Get a little bit on gun or reloading, so you can see here now he have intra clip 2 second and 15. After that he go on 2 second and 14, but they increase the magazine loading time, so yeah, increasing the magazine loading time, the damage per minute to go more higher. So this is for the Skoda 50. So here we have the 50 TP prototype. This tank, I love it. This tank was on clan event when you need to make a lot of mission with your clan mate. I remember there was really hard to tank this tank, because everyone need to get the kills to make broaden arms, and yeah, I think that works because the tank, I love it, I enjoy it. So 50 TP prototype get buffed a little bit of armor, the dispersion, the aiming time, and the estimate aiming time decrease from 4 seconds to 3 seconds and 8. And here the top 4 speed was nerfed from 48 to 45. It's not a little bit here, but the buff it's really nice. So here you have the 50TP prototype. I don't know how many people have this tank, but I love it. I enjoy it. It's a nice tank, and I love it to playing. So yeah, I get a little bit buff nerf only on the forward speed from 3 kilometers per hour, but it's really small. So this is the 50TP prototype. Here we have the regressor, the AKP buff, add a little bit of AKP HP. How can you see here the aiming time from 2.1 to 2 seconds, so it's really small changes. And reverse speed, how can you see here, from 20 kilometers per hour to 14. I think that it's yeah, because he's a heavy, so he'll go more slower on back. So this is the regressor. Have yeah, some little change, but I think the most important it's reverse back, so he don't go back with 20 kilometers per hour, but he go with 14. So yeah, he's a heavy, so I think that it's really correct for this tank. Here we have the T54E1 Tier 9 from America Medium. So how can you see here, the turret armor get buffed, the turret side get buffed, the acceleration get buffed, and how you can see here, it's more faster now because the white it's decreased from 54 to 47, so will be more faster. The turret, whole turret up here will be little bit nerfed. The magazine load will be better, so a little bit higher, and the DPM yeah, change a little bit from 99 to 36, so it's a little change, but I think the most important is this on top here, because how can you see here, he go buffed on the armor, so it's really nice. This tank it's enjoyable, and I think I see a lot of people playing, and I think after this this buff, I think they start playing more this tank. So this is the T54E1. I see a lot of people playing, and after that I think more will be playing this tank. He have a magazine reload, so he have 3 shells. Will be more faster because they go on white, and they make a little buff there, so will be, I think this tank will be better and better playing. I love it. So this tank it's enjoyable tank, guys. So this is are the changes for this Tier 9. Yeah, the next one, what seems really interesting, is the motion. So how can you see the turret check, the cheek are these two sides here, and yeah, get 10 millimeters armor, and a little bit buffed on reloading, and a little bit buffed on the DPM, because let's reload little bit more DPM. I think the most important is the turret cheek. How can you see here, look, first was black a lot, and now it's more red. How you can see here, when you make the sides with when you angle the turret, it's really hard to penetrate, because it's a good buff. So motion, I think begin to be a little bit more armored. So here we have the motion. How you can see, the cheek here will be better and better, and yes, more armor, a little bit more DPM, and will be a great, it's still a great tank. You can pen him here now on lower plate and the cheek, but after that this update, I think it's hard to pen him on the cheek, so you need to watching for the lower plate. Another great buff I see here, the E50. The E50, it's a medium Tier 10 from Germany line. So E15, it's really a great tank. I love it. I enjoy it. So how can you see here, the turret frontal get buff from 194 to 2018. The turret and hull side get buffed from 84 to 94. So someone on my comments say he love E15, but I think after this update will be better and better. And how can you see here, the reload time go down from 7 seconds, then 16 to 6 seconds, then 19. And how you can see here the DPM go on 3k damage per minute. It's I think this tank will be insane. Now it's a great tank. You can penny him down here, but we know every tank have the weak spot, so you need to have the skill to hide the part when you can where you can get pen. So that it's calling skill. So this tank will be better and better. How you can see here, look, he get a little bit of nerfed. Here we see now it's black, you can pen him, and after that will be red. You can see here now it's red. So more armor, more DPM, and I think this is a great tank. So how you can see here, we have the E50 Tier 9 from Germany line. So it's a great tank. I love it, I enjoy it. So now will be better on the cheek here near to the gun, so will be more and more armored. So yeah, I think it's a great tank. Here we have the IS-8, the Russian Tier 9. How you can see the upper plate get a little bit buffed. Up the upper plate is this up here. The hit points buffed, so the HP get a little bit of buffed. How you can see here 200. The hull traverse speed buffed for yeah, there's smallest here, but it's not so bad. So the wide increase, the top 4 will be a little bit slower because it's a heavy. The reverse, so what we see here, guys, we see a little bit improvement on the armor. How you can see here, look. So the armor will be great, will be better, but yeah, will be more slower, will be go slow and back, the acceleration go slower. So yeah, because when increase the Y, how you can see here, the Y, it's a lot increase, so the tank it's small, it's slower, and you move slower too. But how you can see here, get a nice buff on the armor, because ES8 it really reads, it's a little bit weak. Here we have the ES8, guys, so will be more white, will have more armor here on front, but yeah, will be more slower. So yeah, it's like a heavy, because this tank it's a heavy, so need to be a heavy. Here we have the T54. How you can see here, white decrease will be a little bit faster. Acceleration buffed because he's white, it's more the white go down, so it's more faster. The turret armor go for buffed from 220 to 232. So here we have the turret. How you can see the wick here and here will be a little bit better, and here too. So will be a little bit armored on the turret, and yeah, the lower plate and nerfed a little bit too. So yeah, okay, yeah, here make the angle, but it's still a great tank. So here we have the T54. I love this tank, guys. I played a lot this tank. Now have a little bit of buffet, so I think will be more enjoyable. Because the people can pen on these two sides, but now get buffet a little bit on on this side, and I think it's really great. The T55A, it's premium tank from Russian. How you can see here, the upper plate armor get buffed from 100 to 118. The turret front armor get a lot of buffet. The gun depression go from 5 degrees to 6. I think will be better. Reloading time will be better and better. And the DPM of course go up because the reloading time decrease, so more DPM. Guys, this tank I have it, I played. How you can see here on the armor, they make a great job because near to the cannon. How you can see the turret is really great now, and from the side will be the same. So the T55A, it's a great tank and I love it. I played a lot. We have in here so the T55A, it's a great tank. I played, have a nice gun, and after that with 3k DPM I think it's amazing. It's a tier 9, so with more than 3k DPM will be better and better. And with that little buff on the cheek here on the turret, I think it's a great tank. So guys, that was for next update. We see a lot of tier 9. I show you most important, so a lot of tier 9 get a lot of buff and nerf, but I see more buff than nerf. So yeah, I think they make some new changes because they need to see the tongues. They need to see how the people playing because yeah, sometimes need to change something. So the change are really best every time we say it's not good here, is don't like this, don't like that, but we are not able to know what it's on backstage. So I think they make some changes for some reasons, and yeah, let's waiting for that and let's see on the new change, and we'll have the new line, guys, because we know I make the video, we have the busy new line. So first, to closing, I want to say again thank you to Guida Splits. He make a great job. He make a lot of work on background. It's not easy to make everything information, to have all the information in one place. So guys, if you want to check the site, I will leave the link in the description. So that was for new updates 10.6. So thank you for watching me. See you on next video.